Hi friends, welcome back to Seeking Out Sunshine. I'm Ashley if you're new here, and welcome back to all of my subscribers. Friends, I hit 100 subscribers this week and I am floored. I cannot believe that there are 100 precious souls out there that want to follow my journey. So thank you from the bottom of my heart that you want to be here with me. You filled my cup so much with your sweet comments and your likes and your subscribes. I hope that my videos are filling your cups in so many more ways as well, because I am just so grateful for all of you and your desire to be here. I'm excited about where our journey might lead us, and I am eager to hear your feedback. And just, yeah, I'm really, really grateful. This video is my second episode in my series Weekly Lips, Strokes of Sunshine, and we're going to look at what I've been working on this week. We're going to do a little coloring together, and then of course, at the end of these videos, I love to close with some inspiration and weekly focus for all of us. So that's kind of what we'll be doing today. I'm a little bit later getting this video up than I had hoped this week, and I apologize, but as many of you know, my sweet mama, who has Alzheimer's, she had a really horrible fall at the beginning of this week and was in the hospital for several days. Thankfully, she's doing so much better. We have quite a journey ahead of us for recovery, but we have an amazing support system. My dad is the most amazing caregiver ever, and my sister and I live so close, and we are there daily to help as well. And we will get through this because that's what we do. We are a pretty strong unit that just climbs the mountains when they come. But if you have any positive light and love, we will take it our way for our sweet mama. But my coloring looked different. My excuse me, my week looked different. And man, that's life sometimes, right? You have a whole plan of what you think is going to happen, and it just doesn't always work out that way. So you have to pivot. And this week was a pivot week for me, but I still managed to get a good amount of coloring done. I was able to take some coloring books to the hospital. I was sitting with mom and do some that way. So I'm excited to show you what I finished and what I've been working on, and we'll just get into it. So here we go. Last week I showed you my page and this Posh coloring book. I had started it with Tempra paints, and this past week I got out my alcohol markers and my Languo gel pens and did all of the dot work, trying to work on that glitter effect, and I think it's turned out pretty cute. It was so fun. It was relaxing. It kind of made me realize I need more pages like this that just allow me a space to be a space to be quiet and calm, and maybe not have a video on in the background or a book playing, and maybe not even music, maybe just the calm. And this brought me a lot of peace to work on this. I went around all of the hearts with a silver gel pen, and then I got out some washi tape, this little sparkle cute washi tape, just to go around the edges for a border. I don't know if this page is done, to be honest with you. I've thought about using this page to put a quote on it. I've thought about using it as a journal page. Maybe I want to do some dump journaling on it at some point. But for now, this is where it's at, and I'm really happy with it. On our first episode, we did some dopamine coloring with the Crayola Super Tips. I was inspired by Erica over at Elm Colors. She is fabulous, and I get so many ideas from her. So if you haven't checked her out, make sure you check her out. I'll link her channel in the comments, or in the description, sorry. But this is the page and how it turned out after I got off camera, and I just had a chance to play with it and add some more. So if you didn't see the last video, check it out. I used the Super Tips, and then I spray them with water to activate them in a different way. And then I went on top with the Prisma colored pencils and some Languo gel pens and a white jelly roll. And then I had to go in and add some fun rhinestones. The background that kind of makes it look tie-dyed is a gel crayon background that I did with a stencil. And I do have a short video of that up on of the whole process up on my channel as well. But it was just so much fun. And I definitely see myself getting out my Crayola Super Tips to do some more of this dopamine fun watercoloring again. If you have kids or grandkids, I think that they would love this activity. So definitely try that out with them. But yeah, so fun. The next one I was able to complete was from my Joanna Basford's Magical Worlds, and it is my frog lily pad page. Last week I did not have the water done, so I had some of the gel crayon background done, but I needed to go in and do the white watery effects with the different shapes and some pencil shading and then some jelly roll accents with the white as well. There was a couple moments where I thought I had ruined the page and was actually scraping up some of the jelly roll off of the page, the jelly roll pen. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it just, every time I continue to like allow my bravery to be larger than my fear, I just gain confidence and understanding that this whole journey with coloring is to be fun. It's not to be perfect or like win a coloring contest or anything like that. It is to enjoy the process of creativity. And it is more about that process than just the end result. And what I'm learning throughout that. And so this is your sign today to like allow your bravery to be stronger than your fear. Fear paralyzes us, and that's not what we want. So be brave and just go for that thing that is like nudging your heart right now. You've got this. I believe in you. All right, another one I was able to work a little bit on, this page is not finished yet, is in my Forestcore coloring book. And it is this page right here. I believe last week I just had the leaves done with watercolors. And then I went in and did the blueberries. And I did the branches all in a watercolor base. And then everything is outlined so far in Languo gel pens. I used the 0.6 millimeter gel pens to outline all of those objects. The blueberries are in a really dark purple, obviously a little bit lighter green on the leaves, and then a lighter brown on the branches, just to give some of that highlight effect to pull from the page. I did put a very, very light lavender metallic paint on these butterflies as a base, but I still need to go back in and finish the butterflies. So maybe next week we'll have this one done, but I really am enjoying this page and like how it's turning out. If you have ideas on the butterflies, let me know. I'm kind of stumped, but would love any ideas you might have. Okay, so this was one of the books that I took to the hospital to work in. And I took my Crayola Super Tips and my Castle Art pencils, and I have a set of A&R Art gel pens. So that's kind of what I took to the hospital for some coloring supplies. And I worked on this page. I had not completed a picture with Super Tips yet. I had just done the dopamine coloring that we did last week. So that was kind of a new journey for me. I hadn't used Crayolas since I was probably a kid to color with, and it is a different medium to use. It's a water-based medium, so it doesn't blend like an alcohol marker does. So there is kind of a learning curve going on for me with this medium, but I had a lot of fun trying out some blendings of the colors here and just seeing how they would work together. I tried to blend a couple blues in the background. I did go on top with some pencil shading, and definitely there's plenty of gel pen on this page, but just a sweet little page. I needed something cheery. I needed bright colors. I needed something that just kind of felt really happy while I was sitting there in the hospital, and this definitely brought some joy to my life at that time. So grab those Crayola supplies and just see what you can do with them. Don't be afraid, because it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I have some more learning to do in them, but that's the excitement of the process will be, you know, what can I do next time? How can I improve upon what I gained and what I learned from this page? Okay, the next two are books from last week's WIP video that we had selected color palettes for. So if you remember, I had let's see if I have some here. I had a stack of color palettes like this that I've just printed from Pinterest, and we selected color palettes for a few pages, and I was able to finish one of them and start another one. So this is Cozy Cuties, Cute and Comfy Coloring Book by Coco Wyo, and this is the page that I was able to do. And this was the color palette that I had matched to it last week. So the only color that I ended up bringing in was the brown for the soil and then for the basket. But I love how it turned out. I used a Kingart gel crayon background. I had a new cloud stencil that I wanted to try out, and that was a lot of fun to work with that and kind of play with those clouds and see how I could use these colors to incorporate them in the sky as well. But most of it is alcohol marker based, and then I do have a few spots of some gel pen and a couple outlined objects with the Languo gel pen. So just the sign here and the bunny, and then the highlight part of the bushes up here. But otherwise, it's pretty much just an alcohol marker page with a couple details. So lots of fun, super easy, simple page, and loved the color palette. It was very helpful. The next one is from Rita Berman's Hidden Earth, and I love Rita Berman's books, and every page that I see people color, I am just like blown away and I want the next book. But for some reason, I have two of her books right now, and they both have sat uncolored until now. So I kind of forced myself to pick a page to color in, but I really enjoyed it. I picked a simpler page in her book to start with, and it was this lemon and oranges page. This page just made me think that summer is so close, and this color palette just felt tropical and fun, and it allowed me to pull in these pinks for the flowers. But I started with a Neo 2 color background and have done some pencil work. I have some details that I need to add to it, and I have some ideas for these berries. We'll see if that works. Still need to figure out what I'm going to do with these little bubbles and whether I'm going to do any outlining on the objects on the picture, but we'll see. But I think that this color palette worked well. I'm considering maybe doing something similar over here too, so it'll kind of connect across the two-way spread. But yeah, that is my lemons and oranges from Rita Berman's Hidden Earth, and I am trying to film that process so it can be a how I colored page as well. Okay, well, that brings us to my last WIP and something we're going to work on today. So this week I started this page. I had heard on a channel, they didn't show it, but they were talking about, I can't remember who said it, and I'm sorry if it was you. Thank you for the idea. But they were talking about how they were using their Languo, not even their Languo, their acrylic pens to paint with. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So I grabbed some of my 0.6 millimeter pens and I said, let's try this out. So this is kind of where I got to, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop there so I can do some of this with you guys, because it might be something that you would like to try out. But I just used these pens and then a water brush to kind of activate them and work them on my page. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a paper towel here. Let's see. All right. Grab a paper towel. Have that ready to go. So on these leaves, I just kind of have been using these two green colors. And I just have been giving it a little bit of an outline. And where to highlight where I want the color to be lighter. I've been using the lighter green color. You can see it's just kind of on the outside edges of the leaf. Just make sure my brush is going. And I take my water brush and I activate that. And if you get too much water, just take your paper towel and soak up some of the water. But I just think about kind of like you would activate a Neocolor 2 or even a Derwent ink tints, but this is going to allow where you place the color down, it's going to stay a little bit richer there. So like for me, it's on the outside edges of these leaves, almost like a little bit of a border. And then it's going to blend in, which I really like for the leaves because it kind of helps with a little bit of the highlight and so forth. So let's do another leaf. Let's do this one. Yeah, so other than everything that went on with Mama this week, it was just a lot of trying to juggle my kids. I'm so thankful for my amazing husband who stepped in and took care of so much why I could not be here and managed to continue his work schedule and all the things. But I'm also thankful for incredible children that just know how to help and be flexible. They love their nanny so much, so they were willing to do anything and everything that they needed to do in the process. But yeah, that kept us pretty busy. We didn't do a lot of other things. There were most days I was like, what day is it again today? I don't even know. What is happening today? Some days I felt like I didn't go outside. I remember last night coming home and hadn't really been home for a few days and was sitting on my deck outside and remembering how good it felt to have some fresh air. Just feeling the breeze on my face and was very thankful for that moment and that time just outside with my family. I hope you are all having a wonderful week. I'd love to see what you're working on. If you would be so willing to share it in the comments. What creative project do you have going on right now? Are you coloring? Are you crafting? Are you writing? What are you reading? Any good books out there right now that you would recommend? Right now, I'm getting all of my books from my recommendations from my sister mostly. She is quite the avid reader. And she gives me some really great book recommendations. She's over on Instagram at Allie Arnold Art. If you want to see an amazing artist and get some really awesome book reviews, you should go check her out because she is fantastic. This is kind of giving you an idea of how to do this. I think that I might try this process. I have a whip that I started in Magical Worlds, Joanna Basfer, but I think this, with these pens, I think it would work really well with some of her smaller illustrations. I don't know that I would use these pens for larger illustrations. I think I would use something like my Languo Acrylic brush markers versus these. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe you can try that. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me try that. Some bigger illustrations in the future. But it's just calming. It's fun to kind of see where the color disperses and where it goes and to try to move it around. I haven't decided yet. I probably will go in with some colored pencils, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it the acrylics. We'll see. Okay, let's do a little bit of a flower here. What do we think? Is this something that you are going to be trying out? I think you could even do this if you are a junk journaler. You could do it with the headings on your pages. If you got some acrylic markers and if you're lettering or if you're just adding accents, it would be a really cool effect, I think, to use these markers. And you can tell I'm not being super clean or neat. I'm just kind of getting the color down on the page. I'm sure I have the green off of my brush. We did spend some time at my parents' house yesterday, and we pulled out the movie My Cousin Vinny and watched that with my parents. And my mama got to laughing so hard. I think it sparked some memories when we watched it a long, long time ago. And it was so good to hear her little belly laugh and how much joy some of those scenes were bringing to her. Nothing better than when your loved one has been through a heck of a week and you can hear them laugh and find some joy again. So that was a gift to me yesterday for sure. I just sat there and kind of laughed with her because she was so tickled. It brought joy to me in so many ways. I will have that little snapshot memory of her sitting on the couch with her hands over her mouth because she was laughing so hard. It was the best. All right, so you can kind of see how that works. We'll pull it up a little bit closer, and it does look a little bit different once it dries, but it's just such a fun effect. I will try to get the rest of this page done this week. Again, I have no clue what to do with this butterfly, so do I just stay with this color scheme or do I bring in a different color? What do you guys think? I'll have to give some thought to that, and if you guys have input, that's awesome. But yeah, so super fun little technique to try. If you try it, let me know how it goes or show me how it goes in the comments. I would love to see what you're making. But yeah, I'm going to let this dry and we will get on to our sunshine for the week. Okay, so our inspiration for the week, I'm going to pull a card from Gabrielle Bernstein's Spirit Junkie. This is a beautiful deck. It's the artwork is by Michaela Ezra, and I love these cards so much. And we're just going to see maybe what do my sunshine souls out there need to hear for the week? What does this sweet community of my coloring friends, my creative friends, and those just visiting because they came along, what do we need to hear? week. This one just kind of stuck out, so I'm going to take it that is a card for us. Let's see. Ooh. I cherish every cell in my body. I cherish every cell in my body. And look at that, just like that burst, right? I look at this card and I think about this past week and how mindful I've become of just the importance of taking care of this one vessel that I have been gifted for this life. And part of that is the gratitude of thanking it by taking care of it. So this resonates with me. I hope it resonates with you. It's going throughout our day and thanking our hands for when we get to create and color, and thanking our eyes for being able to see, and our ears for being able to hear music or listen to videos or the birds singing. It's just our body and the way it holds us when we lay down or when we stand up, and our strength. It's so many things. But I actually think, so I'm going to set that. Let's see, where can I set this that you can maybe see it? Set that there. And I'm going to see here. Well, this one's kind of cool because it mimics. Okay. So I think I'm actually going to do something to mimic this card in this book. And I would encourage you to maybe do the same. If you have a journal and you want to write this down to remind you this week to really show gratitude for you as a person, spiritually, mentally, and physically, and to show gratitude to that person this week. That's wonderful. If not, get out one of your coloring books and create a page and put this quote somewhere on it so you kind of remember that this week. I'm going to get out my Tempra paint sticks again. And we're just going to have a little fun here. Let's see. I don't have these swatched yet, so we're going to just be shooting in the dark as far as colors go, but that's okay. So we're just going to have some fun. Throw some colors on the paper, see where it goes. These paint sticks are so fun because they dry so fast. They're not super like blendable, but they are fun to use. I feel like I'm putting lipstick on the page. I might speed up some of this for you so that you can kind of see how it goes, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so there is my little page that I'm going to use as my focus for this week for I cherish every cell in my body. Just as a reminder for myself to find gratitude each day for this person that I am, to write down some things that make me me and make me special and allow me to shine up in the world as the light that I am. And I hope that you will do the same because you are here to be a big, bright, beautiful light, my friend. And the world needs you. Nobody else can shine the way that you can. So, as the week goes on, I might write some of my appreciation and gratitude on this page so that I am keeping that at the forefront of my mind and reflecting on that and just being so mindful of what this card means for us. And if you have been doubting yourself or not feeling enough, this is a reminder that you are an amazing human being, that this world needs you, that our body is carrying us even when we're doubtful. That's just amazing in itself. But you are enough, my friends. You are enough right now in this moment and every moment to come after. And I hope that you have a week that shows you that, a week that brings so much light and love to your spirit, and that you had so much fun creating in the process. I am so grateful for you for being here, and I hope that you have a week full of sunshine, and I will see you in the next one.